Hey guys, welcome to IG Live, and I am here with Sarah today. And Sarah is our intern that many of you guys have met before on our previous shows. And we're doing this from the sewing room. We are finalizing everything from our resort collection right now, and we've got models coming in and out. So we just thought we would do today from the sewing room, make it easier. That way I don't have too far to walk when this is all done. So we are going to cover a lot of ground today, but we're going to start with Sarah. And one of the first things that we are going to talk about is different ways to manipulate your outfit by city. A lot of you guys have told me that you've got travel plans coming up, but all the travel plans are not all sexy. Some of it involves kids with really dirty hands and going to playgrounds, and some of it involves like terrible corporate meetings and exactly like that. So we're going to touch upon all the different elements of feeling like yourself in a different environment, and what are those little nuances when you're traveling that actually make a big fucking difference when you get there and you feel like such a fish out of water if you're in the wrong outfit. So we are starting off here with Sarah, and she is traveling with the brand QC jean. And this was our jean from spring that had sold out, and we just got inventory back in stock. And I think a lot of it has sold out already, but we'll be bringing it back again. It's a forever jean for us now. It has moved into the status of an official woof, which means it's in fundamentals. And I get a lot of questions on this. What that also means is it will not ever go on sale until we all collectively decide that we despise it and we want to move on from it. And we're nowhere near that right now. So we love it right now. This is a brand Kusi. Going forward for fall, we are going to be offering this in 2 lengths. So Sarah is wearing the shorter length, and then for all of our taller people out there, we've got the longer length. The longer length really is designed to work really well with like a 5'10", a 5'11", even a 6-foot customer, because we really found out that a lot of those customers felt really left out of the conversation. So she is wearing the denim with our fundamentals ribbed tank top here, and then the Larkin sandal. And the Larkin sandal, those are almost gone already. And you guys, again, want not, produce not. We asked you guys a while ago how many of you wanted these sandals. We had a list, we made them. We still didn't make enough, but that's okay, right? Like, we'll be making other great things in the future, but the Larkin has come in, and a lot of them have gone already, but I think we've got some of the nude left, and the red's already gone. I didn't even get the red. So, such a pisser. All right, Sarah is wearing a 27 in the jean. So I do want to show you guys how these fit. I've had a couple people DM me pictures of themselves in it, all saying that you love it. And then one woman who's like, fuck, I ordered them too big. So I just want to show you guys. These are designed to sit lower on the waist. So I just measured Sarah, and I'm going to show you actually where I measured her. But Sarah is coming in at a 27-inch waist, which puts her at a size 4 in Tibi. And so when you measure your waist, just put your hands like on your waist, like if someone's, exactly. So when you do that, that's your point of measurement. So if I said put your hands on your waist, people don't go like this, and you don't go like that. You put your hands like right where the waist comes in the most narrow point. Or if you have a more square shape, just where your hand would fit naturally. But that's where you want to measure your waist. And she is a size 4 here, and she's fitting a size 4 in your hips. I think they were like 37 inches, somewhere around there. So this is the way that the jeans are designed to fit. Again, you bought them, you pay for them. It's your call on how you want them to fit, but this is the design of them. And if you buy them a size smaller, which honestly, I like a 26 on me too. A 26 is just going to hit higher on Sarah. So if she was wearing a 26, it would fit a little higher on the waist, and it would be a little more snug through, really through this portion of the thigh. Because you're loose in the legs no matter what, that's how the pant's designed. But your real measurement points are that thigh and the low hip area.
And the reason these jeans are just really good is because it allows you to wear a super, not basic, but simple outfit, but it has that modernity and that shape that you can't feel boring.
Yeah, someone had just sent me like a picture of a pair of old Levi's, but like there's old Levi's and then there's old Levi's, and they were the kind of basic
Yeah.
old Levi's, like someone had brought them in and everything. And she was just like, every time I wear these, like people are like, they look great on you, but she's like, I don't feel good in them. And remember, sometimes feeling good is when there's friction and there's something interesting and weird about what you're wearing, and it's not what everyone else is wearing, and that's what makes you feel good. And that's why these jeans are like insta outfit, because they have that level of modernity to them. And we do have them coming in for fall in the raw denim as well. Actually, why don't you go put on the next outfit? So we have them coming in for fall in the raw denim. And a couple people have DM'd me and they were like, I'm really scared of raw denim. I have bad, raw denim memories. Don't have bad raw denim memories with these. So I know like when I was in high school, I would buy the unwashed raw denim Levi's, and then you would like wear them around and try and break them in. And like they never broke in. Like it took you like years and years. This is not that kind of raw denim. It is, you can bend in it. You're not going to chafe your knees. But what is great about the raw denim is, I love black denim. We're doing them in black denim. But the raw denim is one that it kind of has a lot of the functionality of a black denim. It can be dressed up really nicely. But it also really works well in an office environment. And so like right here, if I'm wearing the black and the raw denim, it's quite polished and put together, where sometimes with the lighter denim, that has a role. I live in lighter denim, but in an if you've got to dress your office, you're going out at night, sometimes the raw denim has a little bit more polish to it. Someone else had DM'd me and said, what boot am I going to wear with these pants in the wintertime? Because you see, they come in here at the bottom where they've got the fixed pleat, but they're not like a roll-up jean. They don't fit skin tight to the ankle, but they do come in. And so one of the boots that I showed her, and if you have anything at home like this is good, but one that we have coming in is we took our collier boot and we slimmed up the ankle and made it into a bootie. So if any of you guys have the collier boot from Tibi that we've run over the last couple years, what we did is we just chopped it off. And so this fits really, really perfectly under this and gives you like this super long, amazing line. And I want to say too, because this is not like a roll-up jean, really like we'll give the dimensions online, but if you're 5'6" and under, you really kind of want to stay with the regular length. And then if you're taller, you want the longer length. But like in the sweatpants, I used to wear the longer one just to like let it puddle. These are a little bit of a harder jean to puddle. So that's why we wanted to offer two lengths here. Okay, so here comes Sarah again, and she is wearing the denim but shown in a dressed up way. So if you are traveling and you want something a little chicer at evening time, like you can go here. I'm wearing the little ear cuffs from Collected Works here, so you could do like a big earring thing. And then you're wearing the nude sandal, which is just super chic with it, right? And then what she's got on underneath it, a lot of you guys have asked me what to do with the plunge top. And she's just wearing the Skims bandeau. And I know like I need to like be promoting the Kardashians, whatever, but it's just a bandeau. If you have a bathing suit bandeau, it works just as well. And I know this sounds weird too, but sometimes I've cut off the tops of tights. Like if you have red, like colored tights at home, you just cut off the top and you can, I mean, it's really easy on me. I've got nothing here, but.
Or like I would even wear this like if I were going out with just a nice bra, like it looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just, it depends on how much you want to show. If you want to be a little more conservative, then the little bandeau top works well. And people have asked me too about the proportions on this. So I think this proportion is interesting. I think when you've got something that bells out, sometimes the intuition is to stay very slim on the top. But actually this coming out here and then you've got it slimmer and then it comes out at the bottom.
It feels good.
Chic. Super chic. And the heel really works with this. And this is just like a 2.5 inch heel. It's one of those heels that because it's a thinner heel, it looks deceptively tall, but it's not. Like you could
I could walk in this city and I
Big
wouldn't
time.
like regret my entire
Your whole day.
existence.
Like, exactly. So it is a heel that will not make you regret your entire existence. Okay. So go put on whatever it is you're putting on those. Okay, so I am wearing the lounge pant in the leisure suiting, okay? And so this is a pant that we did that is in the very lightweight cotton fabric. And it is a little see-through for sure. And this is meant to be the pant that is the suit that you wear poolside. It's the one that if I were on vacation, I would show up for breakfast with this. I love wearing a pant like this on vacation and then just having a sweater that you can throw over it. For sure, I'm gonna throw the big cashmere sweater over it in the cream color, but I'm also gonna throw this guy under it. And so what I wanna show you here is this sweater is cropped. And this is where you guys, you like release yourself from any idea that like a crop sweater means that everything has to either match you right here or it's going to be all about showing your skin. It's not. It doesn't have to be. Because remember, you buy your clothes, you wear your clothes. And it's really incredible that when you find yourself just throwing things on because it's practical and because it completely makes sense, that is when you start to look really effortless. And that's that when people talk about that certain je ne sais quoi that people have, that is the je ne sais quoi. It's the, and if Miriam was watching this, she's cringing with my French, but that's that ease in yourself. That just, I love this sweater. It's cropped. I'm wearing this black tank top. I don't want to show my stomach right now. Therefore, I wear this over my tank top and I make it work. So it's all about just wearing your clothes. And I love it that you guys are sending me more and more pictures now where it's kind of like your outfit where you're like, I just said fuck it and I made it work and it worked and I love it and I'm really happy. So I love that. And then remember too that when you're traveling and if you're eating breakfast and you start early, because I do, but then it gets like colder out, then that's when you're like sitting at the table and you can start to do this and you build your little scarf around your neck. So I really believe in clothing that has options. And I know that's why I've always appreciated clothing with a lot of ease to it because you have options. You can tie things up, you can move them around. And so on the pant here that I'm wearing, this pant comes in a really long length, okay? Because it is cool with the sandal that Sarah was wearing earlier. That's really like a good look for this pant. I would wear that sandal and this pant and like a big black sweatshirt, right? So the pant is quite long. Remember, I am 5'5", okay? Actually like 5'4.5". So this is how long the pant is on me. But what I've done is, I didn't do the rubber band trick on this one. I'm just gonna show you another way if you guys were kids in the 80s, 90s, this is something that you did. But what you do is you take the front part of the pant and you're just gonna fold it over, right? Like, see, fold it over. And then you're just gonna roll, right? That is not like a brain surgeon to figure this one out, but you're just gonna roll up your pants and you're gonna make them super casual. And then you can always do this as well, right? You can always hike them way up and make it much higher as well. So options are really, really good. Okay, now Sarah is coming out here in one of my favorite outfits. So this is, I had done a story earlier on the white poplin wrap skirt. So a lot of you guys bought the black poplin skirt. That was the one that I took to Texas with me last week and was wearing it like with the red boots and everything, and the black is amazing. But we just got the white in, and we brought this one in for summer because it is like the perfect skirt for, and I have to say, you even screwed it up, you put it on backwards, and that doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter.
It feels great. Like,
right, it doesn't matter. And so, and actually, Sarah's wearing it right here as a beach cover up. And so I think it makes sense that like when you're going from like a chair to go get a drink, you want to just have something that you just wrap around you, right? And so what she's wearing it with is, I mean, I'm going to be honest here, this is this Saint Laurent tuxedo shirt that I bought for my son. And anyways, I'm embarrassed to say that I bought it. It's super sheer. He looked ridiculous in it, so of course I stole it. But I wear it as a beach cover up because it was super sheer and it was baby pink and I couldn't really figure out where I was going to wear it. But I do love it as a beach cover up. I have sent you guys lots of attachments and everything to, there's a website I love called rustyzipper.com. They have tons of men's like tuxedo shirts, vintage shirts. Those are great poolside because when you are a creative pragmatist, figuring out poolside is the toughest because that's when you've got like those ones who look like the housewives in New York and they're running around in their big straw hats and those big like big dresses. And the thing is even for me, like when I'm going on vacation, I kind of romanticize that like this is when I'm going to wear that dress, and then I put it on and it's not a bad style, but it's so far from my own style that I'm on vacation and I don't really feel like myself. So this is where I feel like myself, and you're wearing, and I just would come closer here, and I just want to show poor Sarah, like she was forced to wear my stuff today. But this is my bikini top, and this is from Malia Mills, and 15 years old now. Like
It feels new.
it's so good. Like it's held the color. I wear it like crazy. So I can't say enough about Malia's swimwear. Their stuff is amazing. So if you check her out online, incredible stuff. Not sponsored, by the way. And I haven't even gotten a free bathing suit, and I don't want one because she's great and the swimsuits are great. And then just wearing like a little thong sandal. And this is one where, and I know you guys gave me like some shit online about this, but someone had written and they said, you know, I invested in the Hermes slides and I never wear them because somehow it just feels, I don't know, just not me, whatever. And this is where I'm telling you guys, like, wear your clothes, use your clothes. I invested in those slides and I felt a little too conservative. I live in Greenwich, Connecticut. I just felt too conservative in them. But I do wear them like when I'm on vacation. I wear them onto the beach because guess what? They're Hermes. They're incredibly well made. They stand up to the beach. They actually look as good as the Malia Mills swimwear now. They stay and they keep their like worth and everything. But I wear them a lot now, and if I didn't wear them on the beach, I would never wear them. So, you know, you got to just do whatever is right for you. And listen, again, I know it's ridiculous that it's Hermes on the beach, but if you bought it, if you invested in it, wear it. Or get a good deal from the Real Real, and sometimes that's hard. You can't get a good deal on everything.
No, and sometimes when you go on vacation, it's like so tempting to just get everything from like fast fashion. But like the more you wear clothes, the more you feel like yourself, like you. So when you wear things that like you would wear in the city, like this skirt, it's sort of like taking yourself to on vacation. Like you can't really
Exactly.
stand in everything.
Yeah, when we were packing for Texas, actually go put on your next thing. But that's a good point that Sarah just made. When we were packing for Texas, and we just went down with a bunch of woofs, and we hit Houston and Dallas and Austin, and I wish we'd been able to go to San Antonio because now I'm dying to go back there. But going down with the woofs, we were able to add in the cowboy boots, the Wrangler cutoff shirt, like all these different pieces, but still really, really feel like ourselves. So you are bringing yourself on your vacation, but I mean, you're on vacation. You don't want to transport like everything from your closet. That's ridiculous. And you want to be able to partake in the place that you're in. So if you go out with very little, but you do have your woofs with you, like that white wrap skirt is a woof, then, you know, you can buy something from a local artisan and it's great. And I think we spent hardly anything in Texas. So it felt great. So now, the next thing I want to talk about is some of the learnings that I had on the road. And it was so interesting, you guys. We met the most amazing people in Texas. So many of you showed up for our events at the conservatory and at Kick Fleet. And I love that. And thank you so much for coming out. It was really nice to put faces to the DMs. But I want to talk to you about sizing. So this is the Liam, and they are coming back online, I think next week, in this color and in that tan colorway. And so I want to say real quick with the Liam, if you had hounded Store Stylist and you got your order in with them, they have got that for you. They've got your back. We're now gone with the product at the store. So when it goes live online, you can get it when it comes up on Tibi.com. But the stuff that Miranda and Teresa and Silver have, they've already committed and sold through what they've got. So anyways, let's talk about sizing real quick. This is what I discovered on the trip, like 25 years into this, and this is what I discovered from a lot of women that I was talking to, is what I realized is that for a lot of women, the reason why you're creative pragmatist is you like things eased out, right? You like things effortless. And we also know that we are filling a niche for that, because a lot of other brands, especially, you know, if you're shopping in a department store, a lot of brands don't, that's not their moniker, that kind of effortlessness, especially in suiting, okay? It's not the appeal of the masses. Walk out on the street, it's just not. So it's more of a niche approach. But a lot of you guys, like, that's why you're creative pragmatists. You've always been looking for ease in jackets. So what I found is that when I met with a lot of you, you were, for example, a bona fide size 4 or a bona fide small, but you were convinced that you were at least a 6'8". And what it was the brands that you reeled off to me that you were buying 6'8" in them solely to try and get some little bit of effortlessness out of it. And so what was happening is, it wasn't that you are a 6 in XYZ brand. It was that you are not wearing XYZ brand as she or they intended you to wear their brand. So like other brands that sit on the floor, like I'll put them on and I'm a size 4 in them, but I don't like the way I look in them at all, because it's just too like this, too like fitted and prissy and up high and fitted and tight. So what I discovered is a lot of you guys have been buying bigger sizes in other brands. So she was convinced that she was a 6 or an 8. So then she bought a 6 or an 8 or a medium from Tibi, and she was like, holy shit, you guys run huge. And I'm like, no, you've been buying brands that are designed to be very fitted. You've been buying them larger, so you are confused about your size. So we have revamped the size grid. We've made it like nicer and bigger. Not sure if it's completely revamped yet, but if it's not, it will be soon. But regardless, whether it's the old one or the new one, it gives your measurements for whatever size you are. So look at the measurements. We're also going to put up a grid showing you guys where to measure yourselves, but that will really help you figure out what size to wear in Tibi. Now, that said, you can figure out that you are a size 4 or a small, like me, and then you can decide that you don't want to be that big, and you'll know to size down. But the new Liams, they are coming soon, and they're really, really good. And like I said, the store stylists, like their inventory is gone, but it will be up on the website. Okay, so now I want to show you how to take the dress, the skirt that Sarah had on earlier, and this is where you can just put it with a white cotton poplin top that you have. And this is where, do not like freak on yourself and be like, I don't have a cotton poplin that is exactly the same shade or exactly the same weight. That's when you're like, it doesn't matter. It's just like the overall effect is really just chic and nice. And now when you're on vacation, what a second ago was your beach cover up is now this really great, like
you can go out for dinner in this. So.
Exactly. You're like, and it looks really pretty too, you know, if you tuck it in. Yeah.
And if you wear the skirt the right way.
If you wear it the right way, and actually, because what it is this is the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, anyways, here, I'm gonna turn you around. But again, you guys, if you like have this thing about wearing skirts in a different way, go for it. I don't care. That's fine. But you'll know, this is how you can tell sometimes where a skirt is meant to fit, is the angle of the pockets, right? So you can put your pockets in. And now we've got Sarah all dressed up. And the other thing that I tend to do is we tend to not ever do like a full bow in anything. So just a little half tie or something tends to just be a little more chic and interesting than like a big bow tie there. So see, so now it looks like this pretty little white dress that you're wearing. All right, thanks. Okay. Second thing I want to talk about, I'm just gonna have a sip of coffee for this one, but it's a thing that gets brought up a lot. So let's go ahead and have a chat. Some of you guys have written and you've said, well, if the dressing is supposed to be about like wearing whatever you want, however you want, then why are there all of these rules? And the thing is, and then others of you, like you write to me and you're like, I want rules. I would like more rules in my life. Can I just have more rules? And the thing is a lot of our discussions are very much about me pushing you guys to figure out what are the characteristics of yourself that you're wanting to bring out when you dress. And I know that the idea of rules is really enticing for some. But the thing is I don't think it's any surprise that my favorite color is gray. I never believe that things are all black and they're not all white. There are always so many nuances to things, okay? So it would be easy for me to distill everything into these like black and white, one-liner, hashtag, this is the way it has to be. But that's not reality. And so the best way that we can really like come together and help you guys figure out what your own style rules even are is for me to just constantly just be highlighting what it is that might be throwing you off in something that you're wearing. And so they don't become hard and fast rules, but they become like those check marks in your mind. Like if something feels off, then you're going to think, oh yeah, Amy said this, this, and this, and now this is all sort of coming together and making sense. So I don't call them, like when we talk about like the no sandwich rule, the thing is no sandwich rule just sounds more interesting than like no sandwich guidelines that you may want to put in place sometimes when you're not feeling for it. Like that's too wordy, right? So like that becomes a quippy slogan. But what I don't like about slogans is they really miss the nuances. Everything in life is nuanced, including your style. So, just like settle down about either the need for rules or the confusion of the rules. Just sit back, like have your coffee, have your wine, take this in, and I promise like it's all going to come together. And if it doesn't come together, honestly, I think at that point, like you might want to realize that maybe you're not a creative pragmatist and maybe you're a sexy bohemian or something, and that's great. And you should go make your own rules for that. And actually just go visit your local department store. They're gonna be able to help you. Okay, but so like an example though, sometimes here's two things. One I love and one I hate. I hate it when you guys send me a picture and you're like, is this CP? I love it when you guys send me a picture and you say, I think I got it right, but something feels just a little off. Do you know what it is? And so I need to know from you, like, I think I got it right and I'm liking it, or I love this, do you like it, or I hate this. But don't just lift it out there as a question, because how you feel about it is really the main thing that is going to determine my answer. And a lot of you guys send me pictures of yourself in an outfit like this, and this is like just a funny thing, but it's a big thing, is you'll send me a shoe that you're wearing, and the shoe, well, maybe it's black here, but then maybe here it's nude, and maybe here it's raw wood. And I love those kind of shoes. Like you see them when you're on vacation, maybe in Greece or whatever, which I've never been, so let's just substitute that with like Capri or something. But what happens is when we talk about one ton or none, and like the I really easing out and modernity, as a creative pragmatist, what you're going to realize if you go in your closet is when the upper and the sole and the when this is all one colorway, or it's all like in the same tonal family, that is going to be much more soothing and modern to you when you put your clothing on. And so unless you're wearing like all black and you're using that shoe with the contrast, like footbed and everything as a creative moment, it's going to always bug you. You are never going to feel as polished as you want to, because, you know, even if I'm wearing just our little fundamental silk tank top and the leisure pant here and a blazer, it's the fact that the shoe, even though it's a thong, but it's all black, it's all one tone, that is what makes it really, really modern. Okay. So one more option here. So we had her as the beach cover up, and we had her in head to toe, which almost looked like a dress, and she's like going to a party. And now she's just like in a place like Florence or Milan, and she's shopping. And so this is the perfect item for running around in. You've got on the Larkin in black, and that one's got like this teeny bit of a heel, but I would also say like
Those would be great.
this guy is perfect for that. Why don't you talk about that for another hot minute, because I'm gonna go put
Okay,
something
great.
on real quick.
So this skirt is a perfect skirt if you're scared of skirts, because most like long skirts out there are like try to make you look super hippie or are like very bohemian, and then like when you wear them you realize that there's like nothing you can really wear it with, and like you always sort of feel like uncomfortable. So this skirt, since it's like very polished and like clean and it has pockets, like you can just sort of be super chill in it and like still feel like yourself while like feeling feminine and like wearing a skirt. So yeah, and then this top is the red sweater cami in baby blue, and it's great because it's a dress, so like it actually hits like right here, and it's another great beach cover up, which so if you bring like this skirt and then the white top, the white poplin top, this sweater and just a bikini and like a beach cover up, you're basically set to spend like a week at the beach or a week at a lake house, and you're all set, and you don't have to like be the girl with the huge bag and like sort of look ridiculous. So yeah, and then it's good because depending on like which shoes you wear, you can really take this skirt anywhere. Like you can wear it with sneakers and like just be running around the city, or like with short heels you can be shopping or like at a dinner.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, hey, you know what? Can you throw me one of those little scarves
Yes.
out there? All right, guys. So another thing, and like we can still talk about like the nylon cargo joggers forever, right? Because I thought I threw on the Liam, but this is the sculpted sleeve blazer. Okay. Not the Liam. This is a sculpted sleeve blazer, and then I'm gonna grab the Liam real quick. Thank you. And then this is the other colorway in the Liam that is coming back on, and it is just the coat that keeps giving. Someone said there was a rumor that we were doing this in navy blue, and it was a rumor, but I think we're going to turn it into bag because I would love this in navy blue. So we're going to add that too, and we'll let you guys know when we'll be bringing that on. But since we're talking about traveling, this is what you travel in, guys. So the pant, I'm wearing it super long, but we all know how to do the rubber band trick, right? Like if we want to have a little rubber band action, I'm gonna take that, and we know, again, just like another little tutorial. We're gonna grab it tight. We're gonna do a ponytail here, like this, and then we are just going to tuck it up, okay? So this is your option here, right? So now if I am going through the airport, I am really, really comfortable. And if I'm going through the airport, I can also bring shoes like this. And this makes me really, really happy. So you guys, we are gonna be getting the red back in. When is this coming? Hey, Rain, the shoes, when are these coming?
July 15th.
July 15th. Okay, so July 15th, we are getting the red in, but we've also done them in this blue, and this blue makes me so happy. So I'm gonna wear this with just like a beautiful white cotton dress, or even if I'm wearing like the little black and white sweater here, the bright blue is really, really good. And then we are doing them in a really pretty green, and it's kind of the color green of our Miriam Schaefer big tote bags here. And someone had asked to see how the tote bags, like what they look like up close and on the body. So these are the ones that we were showing that we all packed when we went down to Texas. So this one is just, filled up with stuffing right now. This one is in a really, really, really soft leather. It's beautiful, and it's got the canvas lining with the pockets on the inside. But this is really, this is kind of your holy grail here on color mixing, okay? So we love all these weird shades, and then we're kind of into all these pops as well. So that's really good. But what I want to show you guys with the nylon cargo jogger is, number one, a lot of you guys didn't realize, and I found this out when we were in Texas, you didn't realize that this pant was actually the Stella pant. And what that made us realize is that we need to start naming the pants and being very consistent no matter what fabrication it's in, so that you know that okay, if it's the brand QC pant, it's going to fit me like this because I always wear a 4 in it. And now if it's Stella pant, whether it's in tropical wool or in nylon, it's going to fit you. You're still going to wear the same size. Which came up another question then. So someone asked me and they said, well, if it's a Stella pant and it's in a heavy wool, and I'm buying the Stella pant in a nylon, do I need to take the fabrication into account? And the answer is no. And the reason why is that one of the things that we spend an inordinate amount of time on, and I'm in our sample room right now, and this is where they really create all the patterns, they redo them, we fit them, we fix them, we fit them again, and we fix them again, and we tweak and tweak until it's perfect. And one of the reasons why you do all that is because if we did do this pant in a heavy wool and we did it in a nylon, we want the pant to still have the same feeling, to have the same idea of it. So that means that the fabrics are going to react really, really differently. That means brand new patterns, brand new, fittings on them. And that is one of the places where we do really invest quite heavily as a company, is making sure that those fits are consistent across body to body. Why don't you come out real quick?
This is the holy grail of fancy dresses.
Yeah, so what I love about this dress is we did it in an orange colorway, and that sold out. And the orange was really, really beautiful. And the orange to me was really perfect for a party or an event. Hey, Derek, can I have that brown belt there?
Right here.
But what I love about this green one is that I find this colorway to be incredibly versatile. Because again, if you were wearing the pearl earring and you got on this kind of black tuxedo effect, you're absolutely it's joyous enough to wear to a wedding, right? You don't feel sad at all. But it's the same kind of dress that, because it is in this more neutral color, for me, if I were traveling and if I went to, let's say that we're in Florence. I'm just making up the names of all these Italian cities where I want to be right now. So now, if we're in Florence and I'm just going to dinner, then maybe I want to work in some browns and make this look much more neutral, because you're in Florence. And Florence is a city, but there's something very warm and neutral about Florence. It's a different city than, New York is a city, and they are two very different cities. So this is where you can do things you're wearing the gold sandal with it. I would switch it out to the nude sandal. And this is where you can work in all of these neutral colors. You can even, if you're going out and you've traveled on the plane in this, then this whole outfit takes on a totally different vibe. So when you had on the black blazer and the pearl earrings and the gold heel, ready for a wedding, ready for an urban city, you're like in Milan, you're in New York, you're going out to dinner. And right now, to me, you're not going out to dinner in New York, but you absolutely are going out to dinner in San Francisco or Florence or any of those kind of cities like that don't have like that edge to them.
And it's good for summer because you don't feel like you're like trapped in fabric, or like it feels like you can move in it.
And you literally are wearing the blazer from the plane. And so, you know, this is about like putting things in your suitcase and then actually wearing them. Because that, like, I know you guys do this because I've done it a million times where you get home from vacation and you're like, well, I don't have to like wash hardly anything because I didn't wear anything in my stupid bag. So this means you get to like wear your clothes a lot. Okay, thanks. So let's get back to this pant for a moment. So one of the things that when people were trying it on, so sizing again, right? So people ask me, what size am I wearing? And I wear a size, can't remember, it's either a 4 or a small. I think these are size. I think it's a 4. It's either a 4 or a small. So I had a woman who just DM'd me and she showed me herself walking in them. And she's like, I think that they are much bigger on me than they are on you. So I'm going to show you myself walking in them. This is how I know that they fit. Because, yes, like when I hold them up, I've got the room. But here's the thing, guys. I can't pull them off my body. See, like when I go like this, they're actually catching here. So if you go like this and you can pull them down, we have a problem. You need a smaller size. But if you go like this and you can't pull them down, then they do fit you the way that they were designed to fit. And so what I want to show you is when you buy them in the size that they are meant to be, then you have a lot of options for manipulating them. So I showed the scarf trick a while ago, and I want to show you again. One of the things is
The red slides.
if you take the scarf, and we're going to tie it right here and right here, and then we're going to pull the pant up high, and then you're just going to cinch it on one side, okay? So now you have a pant that can come up quite high and it's cinched on the side, okay? So you can wear these down, you can wear them cinched, and you can wear them rubber band. They fully go in 3 different ways. And for me, when we talk about a creative pragmatist demanding modernity, what we equate with modernity is pragmatism and utility. And pragmatism means to be pragmatic. It means that like wherever you are, you're making things work for you the way that they should be. You're like, okay, I've got this one pant. How am I gonna like be pragmatic and make it work so that I can wear it a lot, because that is a good thing. So being able to manipulate it in a lot of different ways means that you're getting a lot of wear out of the pant. However, it doesn't mean that you have to buy it that way, and it doesn't mean that you personally are going to love it that way. And I know this because when we were in Texas, I was in a dressing room with 2 different women who absolutely bought it like this, but Dion was in a dressing room with 2 different women who wanted to buy the pants smaller. And it was funny because they came out of the dressing room, and so their pant was hitting them right here, and it was hitting much more slimmer across the upper thigh area. And so when I went up to them and I was like, oh, let me show you the scarf trick. When I was like, okay, you're gonna hike the pant up, and they're like, oh, I can't hike it up. And I was like, oh, okay, right. So the scarf, like, so they can do this, right? Like that's fine. They can do that, and it's a decorative thing. But they didn't need to cinch it in because they were already cinched in. So if you buy the pant the way that it was intended, you're going to always have 3 different ways to manipulate it. If you buy the pant in a different way because you want to buy it that way and you like the way that looks on you, then that's great too, and that's fine. But you've probably got 2 ways to wear it. You can wear it regular, or you can wear it with a rubber band. You may not even need the rubber band because it's going to be sitting up higher on you. But the point is, you can do whatever you want, but you're going to look at your size grid and your measurements, and you know that your waist is right here when you're measuring your waist, and your hips are right here. And then you're going to buy your size, or you're going to look at your size and be like, you know what, I love that pant, but Amy looks like an asshole in them. They're too big for her, and I'm going to buy them smaller, and that's just what you'll do. Okay, so we're going to show the dress one more way here. And here we're just showing it like out and about.
Yeah, at the airport.
Yeah. Well, actually not at the airport. I don't want to see you running around in that dress at the airport. I think you're just wearing a smaller green bag. Because I know there's this whole like, I'm carrying a big gigantic bag trend. Only an asshole is literally walking around shopping during the day with a bag that big, unless you're buying groceries. I'm not like, so that's an amazing travel bag.
Yeah.
It's a work bag, but you know, anyways, we have smaller green bags for that. So again, using these like pops of color, she's wearing the pop of red. Red is like our accent color, and it really, you know, we did a whole story. It's in my highlights if you guys follow me on Instagram, Amy Smilovic. But when we do talk about color and how to wear it, we talk about like the bigs and pigs, and that is when you are wearing a bright color. It should be in something icky, something glossy, or something structural, right? Because otherwise it just feels very basic. Yeah, just very basic. So the red and the blue are like a really nice way to get a pop of color here. So I'm gonna just check my list here, but I think this is, one last thing. This was a big hot topic the other day. A lot of you guys have DM'd me and you're asking, how can I tell if something is fast fashion? And how can I tell if a brand really is sustainable or doing what they say? So when we talk about sustainability, it's a couple different ways of being sustainable, right? You can use organic fabrics, you can use recycled fabrics, you can upcycle the clothing. There's lots of different ways that people can participate in a better cycle for the world, right? But the number one way that they can participate in it is by producing a shit ton less. So if you walk into a store and all around you is just tons and tons and tons of clothing, it's not sustainable. It's really like, this is like, use your eyeballs. Don't go home and read the literature and say, you know what, I was in their store and they had 30,000 of these really, you know, cotton average sweaters piled up, but I'm gonna go read and figure out if they're sustainable. No, if they have got 30,000 sweaters piled up in front of you, it may not be sustainable because they may be overproducing. And so, listen, I mean, either, okay, whatever about it, you know, we're just talking about fashion here, but if you're gonna write me and ask me if they're sustainable, I'm just gonna ask you back to look around and kind of make your own educated guess. And that's it. And these have pockets, by the way. I don't know if you guys. I know. This woman though came and she said her son like accused her of storing really bad things in here. Don't do that. All right, guys. So thank you very much. Look out for the Liam. It's coming up shortly. The Brancusi jeans, they are all online and you guys can wait list on those. And what it means is when you put yourself down on a wait list, that when they come in, you're going to be the first to get an email about them. Check it out frequently. Remember, if we don't feel like people want it, we are not going to produce it. It means that we're doing pretty small lots here. So also, I know that you guys are seeing a lot of sales are popping up in your inboxes, and you've asked me like, are you putting the Liam on sale? Are you putting the fundamentals on sale? No, we're not. So those are forever pieces, and as I said at the very beginning, if I start to really despise this pant and we all grow sick of it, then yes, we'll put it on sale, and we'll probably have this conversation in a couple of years, or maybe not, because I mean, they're forever. Anyways, fundamentals, they're not going on sale. Just quick answer to your question. But have a great week, and DM me if you have any questions, and even if you don't have questions, I love hearing from you guys. All right, bye.
Bye.